watching Daily News on All News Nigeria. I am Okwemi Olugbemi. Here are the headlines for today. Bank manager arrested over money hoarding. TINUBU will correct my mistake, says BUHARI. NNPC MD says greed caused petrol scarcity. Welcome back. Now the news in detail. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has arrested an operations manager of a commercial bank for hoarding new Naira notes in Abuja. The bank manager was apprehended after he was found with holding 29 million Naira in new Naira notes on Monday. Before he was whisked away for further questioning, the operatives ordered the loading of all the ATMs and the payment of the stipulated amount across the counter to the delight of the distraught customers who had spent hours on the queues without getting the new notes. This discovery, which indicates a sabotage of the government's monetary policy by some banks, was made by the EFCC in continuation of the ongoing surveillance and visit to banks across the country to access their vaults and verify whether they were deliberate in refusing to dispense the redesigned Naira notes. Many Nigerians continue to struggle to access their funds at deposit banks and ATMs. All News Nigeria recently reported how some banks deliberately prevented the public from receiving new Naira notes at their ATMs. While some bank workers simply refused to load available cash in the ATMs, others loaded them but kept the new notes wrapped up.
So they can go and load. Yes. Look at it. You have so many new notes.
Bring them down. Bring them down.
You have so many. These are new notes at the back.
Yes. I want to bring them down
so load all your machines. I do not want to hear it because we'll keep continuously be checking.
Yes.
Make sure that your machines are working. So make sure, bring them out and load. That's all.
A viral video currently making rounds showed how some Zenith Bank officials tried to flee through the back of the fence in a bid to boycott angry customers at the gate. The bank staff reportedly tried to evade angry mob who had waited hours to get their money amid Naira note scarcity. Meanwhile, Nigeria's President BUHARI and CBN Governor Emefiele have been restrained by the Federal High Court from shifting the Naira swap deadline. In other news, Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari has pleaded with the masses to forgive and endure his administration's flaws. He assured that the next administration of the All Progressives Congress APC presidential candidate, Bola Ahmed TINUBU, would not only correct those shortcomings, but would continue from where he left off. Buhari made these remarks on Monday while speaking to a large crowd at Katsina State's Diko Stadium from the APC's presidential campaign rally. He blamed Nigeria's economic downturn on the COVID-19 pandemic and other challenges, but insisted that his administration had made some modest achievements. Finally, on the news, Mele Kyari, the Group Chief Executive Officer, Nigerian National Petroleum Company NNPC Limited, has said distribution problems and greedy people at petroleum depots and filling stations were the cause of petroleum scarcity in Nigeria. The NNPC director stated this while appearing on NTA's Good Morning Nigeria program.
Ordinary consumers, it's also very obvious. When people see 3-4 cars in the fuel station, they will naturally rush in. And when you're supposed to buy, when your need is just 10 liters, and when you see a queue of 10 cars, as you see now, you're going to say, let me fill up my tank. And instead of you spending 2 minutes in the fuel station, you end up doing 10 minutes. And you see the queues stretching, irrespective of the fact that you have product in the fuel station. And this is what we call panic buying. Panic buying doesn't mean that people are afraid, no, but what it means is that people buy more than what they require. And as you do this, you have to add more and more supply beyond what they need to make sure that that panic is eliminated.
Recall that the price of premium motor spirit, PMS, otherwise called petrol, had gone up with some few stations selling for as high as 400 Naira to 500 Naira per litre. The official cost of the product used to be 165 Naira per litre, but recent reports accuse the government of quietly increasing it to 185 Naira per litre. But due to the scarcity of the product and the rising demand, many fuel stations have been selling for between 340 Naira, 400 naira and even 500 naira per litre. The scarcity of the product is currently causing untold hardship for Nigerians. Speaking about the recent protests in Edo State over petrol scarcity, he said truck owners were hesitant to transport petroleum products to the state after learning about the uprising in Benin. And that's it on the news. Join us tomorrow for more news updates. You can also follow us on all social media platforms displayed on the screen. I am Okoyemi Olubemi. Do have a good day.